It doesn't, even though my father passed away when she was young. So what happened is that when I achieved Blue Diamond in this business, she was encountered a car accident. She been through so many surgeries. When she came out of hospital, the doctor told her that you might not be able to walk normally the rest of your life. So during the whole recovery time, I never hear my mom whining or complain anything. She's always so optimistic. She's always so happy. She say, God give me one life, and also the God helped me give my leg back. So she's not thinking about she might not be able to walk normally the rest of her life. She was thankful for God to give her life and her leg back. And then in the end, she actually all recovered like a normal person right now. You cannot tell she went through those kind of surgeries and accident. She was able to jump, to play all the sports. So that's what I learned. It doesn't matter what kind of situation you encounter, it's the best plan for God. And everything that you go through, you can learn something. So after the accident, few years after, she has some sickness related. There's some problem with her eyes, and there's some problem in her body. If it's other people, they might complain and feel sad. But what I see through my mom is she keep telling me that it doesn't matter because I still got one eye. I can still see the best part of this world. Don't think that you don't have nothing. You have to try to think that everything that you has already. So it's the way that she look at things that inspire me and help me. And also through the time that I do Nu Skin, the way that she thinks actually helped me go through everything in my life. Sorry, I have problem of switching to the next PowerPoint, so just give me 1 minute.
好，那接下来要跟大家分享的就是，其实在我
So now I want to share, ever since I was young, when I was growing up, because of I'm from single parents family, so my whole life, many my friend, my classmates, because they're still young, so they always ask me, how come you only have mom? How come you don't have a father? But because of how my mom educated me, and then because my grandparents really love me, so I never feel that I'm lack of something. Instead, I feel like I grow up with a family full of love. So even though our life is not as easy as other people, but I always have hope. So I want to tell you that maybe sometimes you are hopeless or you are in a situation that you don't want to be. But there's one thing you can never give up. It's you please don't ever give up your hope. Whenever there's opportunities, if you don't give up your hopes, then you can catch all the opportunities that comes to you. So when I was in university, the fourth years of university, and I got to meet Nu Skin, and I got to know Nu Skin through my ex-boyfriend, which is my current husband. And during all this time, I try to work all different kind of part-time jobs because I want to be able to give my family a little bit support. So when I was working in a restaurant, my husband walked into the restaurant. That's how we first met. And the first time I met him, I actually don't have a good expression uh, um, for him, because I was thinking, how can a person having meal at the same time keep talking? And he keep talking about the business for the whole night, and I actually my ear was closed because I don't really want to listen to him. And in the end, the story is very long, but in the end, that's how we met. And in the very end, we become boyfriend and girlfriend. And because of him, that I met Nu Skin. When I first encounter with Nu Skin, it's not because I think Nu Skin is a very good business opportunity. It's because of their product. Because ever since I used the Nu Skin product, my skin got a huge improvement. And those improvement, it's my friend around me, they all asking about my skin. That's how I noticed this product is different than others. This product might have a good opportunity. That's why I start to wanted to know about more about the business part about this business. And I'm the type of person that I have to know everything. I want to study. I want to research. I actually been to many class because I want to know what kind of company is Nu Skin. I want to know about their system. I want to know about their products. I want to know if their product will harm people. And that's why after I study for a while, and at the same time I was also using the product, and everything I get to know more about the Nu Skin, then I start to know how great the company is. And that year was the fourth year of university. So that was the time I have to consider which job I'm going to do after I graduate. So afterwards, I finally decided, I told my mom that after I graduate, I'm going to do Nu Skin. And when I told my mom about it, she was actually against it because she wants me to find a government job. She thinks it's more stable for the long term. But at that time, I don't think so, because I don't want people to plan my life. So in the end, I decided I'm gonna go all in Nu Skin business. So when I finally decided to go all in, and when I actually started, because I never had work experience, even though I had some part-time experience, but then Nu Skin platform is totally different. So some people might ask me, when about all those times, do you still think it's easy to do Nu Skin, or it's really hard? Do you think it's worth it? So for me, I was thinking, I'm not looking at if this is very difficult or hard to do. For me, is that I want to see the people who are in this business, the life that they have, the things that they do, all those life that they have is the life that I desire to have in the future. So if even though if the things it's very hard to do, but as long as it's worth it, then in the end, then that's the thing I want. So on this PowerPoint, you can see that this is our training center in the very beginning. We sometimes we have meeting in our partner's house, and you can see Rayleigh is in there. Um, you Rayleigh is in there. He looks even more handsome right now. The and Mimi is in there too. I'm so thankful to her. This was when I was young that Mimi came all the way from the States to Tanshui in a very small training center, and she's willing to teach us. I was very thankful for what she has done. And another picture, um, in the picture, another picture is that when we were in Korea, the top right corner is the picture when we were in Korea in a hotel. Those three people, they are all Korean, and they went with me, and then we were trying to share product. They are my classmates, so they helped me translate because I can't speak Korean at all. So we were half guessing and then half sharing, and then that's how we do product party. And after we share, they actually purchase many products. So I want to share with you, oh, the journey is very is quite interesting, because sometimes there's something you don't know what to do, but because you really want it, so you're willing to work really hard to do it. And then in the end you will find this is a very fun journey. And then after we we keep working, in the end me and my husband got married. I told my husband that we can only get married when we achieve blue diamond in our business, when we bought a house, then we can get married, because I'm a very goal oriented person. I have to achieve my goal. And then also I planned it in my life. I have to have a baby before I'm 30. So after we got married, the first year I gave birth of my kids. So some people might ask me, when you do Nu Skin, because you work so hard, will you be losing time of spending time with your family? But I want to tell you that in this PowerPoint, the middle button picture, it's my oldest kids. Even though we have baby, you can still bring your kids to work. And I never miss anything of my kids' event. And then also because of I have my kids, I never, because of my kids, to give up to give up about my business. I actually have both. So it doesn't matter if I have my first baby and the second baby, I always bring them with me to work. I never feel it's hard. Instead, I feel that I can decide what kind of mom I want to be. And the lower right corner picture, you probably see some people that you know. That day was a very memorable day, because that day we were doing a celebration, because the day after we had the meeting with Dr. Wen, and after we finished the meeting, we were gonna have a meeting after meeting with Dr. Wen. But then all of a sudden my water broke. That was my first baby. That was my first baby. I never had the experience before. So my water broke, and then all the men around me, they don't know what to do either. So they asked me, should I call an ambulance? And then I say, no, please just go drive me to the hospital. Take me to hospital right now. I think everything should be okay. So that day, it's a very a special day for me to remember, because the next day my first child was I gave birth of my first child. So I feel like there's no conflict between my family and my business. I was so touched when my business partner, they came to visit me in the hospital, because when my business came to visit me in the hospital, they asked me, they say, oh, are you feeling all right? And I say, yes, I'm feeling okay. And then right after the first question, they start me about the business question, like what should I do with this and that. So even though the time when I was in hospital and I will still connect with my business. So that's why I said I don't feel there's conflicts between my family, my life, and my business. And I'm a person who loves traveling. Many people will say that I want to travel around the world. But for me, I feel like to travel the world, it's a must. But it's the thing is that when you're gonna start to do it, do you want to do it after you retire, or do you want to do it when you're still young? So that's why I want to use my own self to, I want to travel to experience my life, and I want to travel to record my life. So I use travel to record all my life different events. So when I just started this business, they actually don't have the 3C product like the smartphone or anything. So when we actually have the smartphone, after it start recording all the 16 years, all the 38 countries that I have been. I have been in 202 cities and 2,256 locations. I feel very thankful that I start the business early. That's why I get to do everything that I want. This for the past 2 years, because of the pandemic, that's why we finally home. But I think it's a good time for us to plan where we're gonna go next. So for me, I feel like there's no distance. The Maybe some of you they will be thinking that you plan when you're gonna achieve your goal. But I want to share with you, dream is not just a distance. Dream is a decision. When you decide you're gonna achieve certain dreams, then it's already, you have to be determined, and then you have to have action. All the pictures here right now is the countries that we have been. I only try to pick some significant the buildings. It's more easy for you to recognize which country I'm in. So every place that we go, I try to record my life. And every country that we have been, they have a different view, different scenery, different experience, and different life. And including last year when we cannot go out of country, so what did we do? So we decided to travel inside of Taiwan, because last year in Taiwan we actually pretty under controlled. So we decided to travel around Taiwan, because Taiwan it's still a beautiful country that can allow us to travel around in the country. So I always share with other people that when you go travel, you should go freely, not like go with the tours. What do I mean? When I say you can go free travel, that means you can freely decide where you want to go, freely decide where you're gonna stay. Any hotel that you want, you can just stay in there. And then if the hotel you stay, you don't like it, you can switch anytime, or you can decide what you want to eat. And when you want to eat something, you can leave and do it right away. When you have more choice, then that means you have more freedom. So early this year, because the cherry blossom was so beautiful, and then because I want to see all the different cherry blossom, so I actually was driving around around the whole Taiwan, and then to find those spots that I want to visit. And this is what I mean by a free life travel style because you don't need to plan and then you can leave anytime you want to leave. And in Taiwan, we are very lucky because Taiwan is not that small, so we can go anywhere. And the free travel lifestyle can allow you to have your own decision of everything. So you're probably thinking that how will I have time to spend time with my parents or my family? But if when I graduate, I choose to work in a government job or work for somebody else, then I don't think I'll be able to have that time to be with my family and my kids right now. Ever since my kids was young, I never hire any nanny. Before they go to school, I was with them all the time. I never miss anything. Both of my son, they are university graduates. So even right now, they are adult and that themselves. We are still very close. We talk every day, and then we use video chat. We still do video chat every day. Sometimes when we talk, we will talk for hours. Even right now, when I go out with my son, he will still hold my hand. So that's our relationship is very close and very deeply. Anything that they encounter, they will always ask me. We are just like friends. We talk about everything. I think this is the best value when you get to spend time with your kids the whole time. I feel like the most valuable of when you say you're with your family, it's that you have to give them the good quality time of being with them. So that's why my kids, they're all growing up with our love. And then and at the same time, every year I take my kids and my family to travel every year. I let them pick where they want to go and I pay for everything. My parents sometimes they don't want to they don't want me to spend lots of money. And I always tell them don't worry about that part because everything that I pay for you is our company give to us. And then my parents always say, wow, your company is so great to you. So I always tell them that you don't have to worry about the money, just pick the location that you want and then we can go travel. And when I see the smile on them, when I see the happiness on their face, I think this is the thing that you cannot buy with money. But you can use the time and then you have the ability to be with someone you love and you truly want to be. And I will always say why you have to work so hard when you're younger, because you have to, for me, it's because I want to be able to protect the people I want to protect one day. I want to be able to tell them that don't be scared, you have me. So don't pretend that you don't love money when you're young. I will say money, it's not everything, but money can actually solve many problems. I will say can solve 80% of the problem you encounter in your life. So when you're younger, you should try to work hard and then do more. Don't think too much. You actually have to do a lot. You just have to have one thinking just to be better. You have to want to be better. So many people, they have dreams, but because once they start working, and then the dream become far away for them. Because when you have to work for other people, then you have to work hard for everything. And So I believe everybody all create about their dream board. Can you guys still see my PowerPoint?
可是我不知道这是谁的手机，会不会是有人分享的？看一下。我可能重新分享一下，可以吗？谢谢老师。不好意思，大家等我一下哦。
Sorry, everyone. I'm gonna try to reshare my PowerPoint again.
好的，有回来了吗？还没有，还没有。好，老师再试一下。好，我再试一下。好，现在有吗？好像没有，是吗？还没有，对，还没有。好的。这样有了吧？有了，有了，回来了，谢谢老师。好，那
Can you guys see? That's why I want to share with you all the dream board that you created, all the goal that you achieved. Have you ever set a timeline for it? On this picture, this is my dream board, including my first house, including the place that I got for my parents, including the place I live in right now. So from my patio, I have a picture to show it's I took from my patio. You can see the mountain view, and then the other side is you can see 101. And then maybe you saw on picture, there's one room with a Hello Kitty. So I actually planned that for myself because ever since I was young, for many girls, they probably all have it. They want to be a princess. But this is my dream. I always want to have a Hello Kitty room. So that's why I actually create one. And there's a painting I post. I actually never learned painting before, but I remember there was a successful Teeny Lee trip. I was standing in front of a painting. I feel so touched. And then when I went home, I started drawing myself. I spent about 6 months, and because I don't like dark gray tone, so I actually changed the color to more colorful tone. And the lower right picture is one day when my son told me that I want to eat a Chinese bao that's the cartoon designed. So I decided to make one for him. So when you want to be able to achieve all the dreams on your dream board, then you have to have enough ability and support. Nothing is hard. The most important thing is when you're gonna start. So why I can have the life quality right now, it's because the income structure in this business can actually provide my life quality right now. Especially for the past 2 years, now it's during the pandemic. Try to think about it. There's so many people, they lose their job during this time, or they lose their income. So you have to try to think, when you stop working, do you still have your income? Because this thing is very important. This is how I call the income structure. Many people are saying that you must have a plan B in your life. What is plan B? Plan B is just another alternative for you to make money. But this money-making alternative cannot be the same way of what you're making. It has to be a different way. And for me, you have to have a passive residual income. when you can have a passive residual income, then you will be immune for this kind of crisis. So what I do right now is the work I do is after I work for a long time, the thing that I get is more than what I input. Even when one day I cannot work anymore, my income can still support everything that I do, and it's still the same life quality. So what kind of income structure can support, I will say, is the passive residual income. What I mean by that is that you don't have to use your time to change money anymore. So how can we achieve our plan B? It's very simple. You just need to change your thinking, then you can change your life. First, you have to change the thinking of you have to use your time to change money. Many people, they think that they have work 8 hours, 9 to 5 every day so that you can have money. They think that if they do that, then after 1 month, maybe they will have a pretty good income. But then when you start thinking, how can you use time to change money, then you actually are very limited. Because everyone all have 24 hours. If you deduct the time you sleep and then if you deduct the time you eat, then you don't have much time left. But then most of people, they use those time to work, to change money. So if you spend all those time to change money, then how can you do something meaningful in your life? So you should be trying to find a source can help you to achieve the goal you want. And think about the results. Think about what you want in the end. And because of that result, you try to search for a source, and then it can help you to achieve your goal. So you will know that if you can change your thinking, then you can change your life. And I want to tell you that there are many people can give you income, can give you money, but you are the only person can give you your self-value. You are the only one. You are the limit, the exclusive limit product. You are only you. So if you cannot give yourself your self-value, who else can give you that? And when I'm talking about you have to have a stable life, quality of life. We're not talking about where you go. You have to think about it doesn't matter where you go, you can have the same quality of life. That's the thing I'm talking about. So for the past 2 years, because of the pandemic, everything changed. Even right now, for all of you are listening to me online, it's a big change. Before we have to physically go somewhere to listen to people or to learn something. But now I can actually just stay home and I will be able to share with all of you. So that's why I feel the crisis is actually a turning point. On this PowerPoint, you can see that our sales revenue growth, it grows huge. For the last year in North America and Europe, even though it's during this pandemic situation, but our sales revenue actually grow 100%. So even under this situation, our company still grows very good. From this chart, you can see it's since from 2020 until this year, June. Compared to last March, our stock price is already went up to 275%. Think about if a company, the growth is that high, that means their sales revenue are really high. So even under right now the situation, this company still have an excellent performance. So under this pandemic, our company can face the challenge, and not just face the challenge, we're even better. So I will say that all of us need a turning point, courage. If you can try to analyze something, if you can try to analyze this thing, I will say that you just need to make a decision. You just need to make a decision of decide you want to turn the turning points. I always say that in Nu Skin, it's either you make you're more healthy and more beautiful, or you make more money, or you can have both. So that's why I don't think there's anything for you to be hesitate with. So for so many of you, you're probably thinking, when can I have a vacation next time? When can I take my family to go out travel? But I will say that what you need to think, it's how you can fill a different platform, a different income structure to create a life that you never want to run away. I think this is the most important thing, because you desire freedom, you desire travel. Many people desire that, but don't let other people to control your time. You should be able to create a life that you want. How should we do it? It's not hard. We just need to switch. First is to switch to a different brand. You can change your shampoo, your toothpaste, your skincare. You can change to another brand, change to Nu Skin, and then change your friends. When you start to do the business, and you have a new crowd of friends, they're all positive, and you are different than those people who sit in the office always complain about their boss or about the people around you. Now you will be changing to a different thinking. You will be changing a different topic. Everything that you talk about will be different, because you will be start talking about where you're gonna go travel, where you're gonna go buy your dream house, what's your next dream. So in the end, your life will be changed. It will be the best life that you desire to be. So if you ask me if Nu Skin, it's very hard to do, I will say that you have to think if this is worth for you to do it. If you are willing to change those things that I told you, then your life will be changed in the end. So I will say that your thinking determine your direction, the direction determine your results. So this was an article, a newspaper article that they had an interview with me. They asked me, what I want to share. I want to tell people that if you're willing to do the things that other people not willing to do, then you will have a different result. So when you decide what you're gonna do, then you already decide what your life will be. So if whatever you decide, if you have to think if it will add value to you, to your future you. So this picture is 2020, year 2020. I achieved 4-star Platinum Team Elite. The left up corner is the first time I got Platinum Team Elite. The company was so good to us. They actually have a cruise for us, and then we were actually in the place that when people got recognized as the Nobel Prize, in the same place that we got recognized for our achievement. I feel so thankful and grateful, because if it's not because of Nu Skin, I will never be able to stand there, to be there. So what Nu Skin can give to me, it's more than what I want in my life. So when you ask me, I can achieve what I want right now, is it because I'm different than other people? I will say no. I can only tell you that 5% can determine your difference. Perfume, everybody knows. In the perfume, 95 of the content is just water. Only 5% in there decides what the smells like. So for our human, it's like this too. The 5% decides what you want. So if what's the 5%? The 5% is your thinking, your actions, your behavior, and your personality. That small 5% can decide your future life. So as long as you're willing to do the most, the biggest in that 5%, then you will be different. You will be achieve the life that you want to achieve. So many people, they fail. Why I say that? Because they want to find a shortcut. What kind of people they will achieve their dreams in Nu Skin? Is those people that they determined what they want in their life, and then they make the decision of doing it. And how come there are many people they will fail in Nu Skin? Because many people in here, they 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 want to find a shortcut to be successful right away. Before they join Nu Skin, they will say that I don't want to achieve success right away, and I don't want to make a lot of money. But when they actually enter this business, they actually want that. They want to make $1 million every month. And then when they cannot achieve that, they give up. I have to tell you that in this business, it's an accumulative business. You have to work hard every step, all the way. So don't think about you try to find a shortcut. Everything that can give you an extraordinary life, you have to put hard work in there. So if you ask me, hi teacher, can I make a big money in a short time? I will tell you honestly, no, there's none. Everybody in this platform, they have to work hard. They have to accumulate their life experience and everything. And that's how they become so successful right now. If you get to successful so fast, and then you actually have nothing to share with other people, isn't it? So that's why I want to share with all of you. In Nu Skin, there's no shortcut for you to be successful, but in the end, it's very worth it. It's just like our founders say that the more people you help, the more successful you become. Again, helping others is what we are all about, being a force for good. So this is what I learned in Nu Skin, is that who else I can help? Who else can feel happiness because of me? I think this thing is very important. Of course, in the beginning, my goal is to make money, but during the journey, I start to realize that it's not I want to make money, I can make money right away. It's through the journey, through all the obstacles that you encounter, and in the end, how can you achieve your goal? It's by helping other people achieve their goal. And in the end, you can achieve your goal. And when you do things, if you don't think that you're you're stupid or you're not as good as other people. Just think that every day, can I help one person to be more healthy? Can I help one person to be more beautiful? Can I help one person to make more money? That's the things that you need to think. Don't think that how can I sell the product? How can I find another person to listen to my business? You might think that all those two things I'm talking about are they the same, but I will tell you that they're different, because the people you can attract are the person that you are. So if you have a good thinking of you're willing to help other people, then you will attract more people are like that. But then if you think that you want to expand your business, that's why you have to find more people, then it's different. So in this business, New Skin actually teach me to allow me to be a person that who has ability to give. When you are start worrying other people, when you are start caring about people, when you are willing to give to other people, you will start realize everything that you start to give compared to the thing you receive, it's totally different. You receive more than what you can give. So I want to tell you that don't waste your own time. Don't waste your own time to see other people achieve their dream. So for the first few years, after I graduate from university, I worked super hard in this business. But that's why I can have the life that I want to have right now. So don't spend your time to hesitate, to think, or to observe, because when you are spend those time thinking, other people already spend the same time to achieve their dream. If you want to be the person that you desire to be, if you want to have a dream life that you want it to be, then it's time for you to make a decision. So in the very end, I want to use this picture to show us. On the picture, it's a hotel and it says peace. So during this time, I want to wish everybody peace. And hopefully after the pandemic, we can see each other in person. So thank you so much for Ping Ping to share with us about your life journey tonight. And if you feel the warmness after you listen to the share, please give flowers and hearts in our chat room to thank her. So what she shared earlier, it's just like our founder said, every day we just need to think, let's help one person. And if you can do that at the same time, when you give, at the same time, you can have that 5% sixth level. So now we're gonna invite our Jasmine to have some words with us. So hi, Ping Ping. I feel like we haven't met for a long time. I feel a little bit nervous today because I saw many pictures you shared earlier. It reminds me of all the memories. I saw the picture where we're in the same, we are from the same university before. My daughter was beside me earlier, and then she said that, is that your sponsor, Mom? She looks so cute. Even right now, you still look very cute. We're so happy to be able to invite you to come to our platform, share with us today. So MP World actually Okay, so MP World actually co-hosts with other team to have this event once a month. So because of this platform, that's why we have so many teachers from different country, different background, and then can come to this platform and share your wisdom to other people. So every month 15th, we will have this a training based on our company. We will be sharing about our company and our culture and our product. And then also we have a bilingual language. This is one of our special part too, because we have different language. We have people all from different teams to support this event. We're very thankful to our Thai 5 Philip's team. And with thanks to our Sherry, Ivy, Ray, and actually it's a very early morning in Vancouver, and so for the next few days, every day they have to do the same thing. They have to wake up early. So I'm very thankful. Also want to thanks to Rosalind, thanks to Darren, thankful everybody who helped. And there's many things that's behind the scene. So I'm very thankful and I want to thank them. Please give a round of applause to them. And Shirley and Philip and me, we will keep doing more events like this. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know which team you're coming from, but we have this platform to connect us together. If you want to, and then so that we can all connect together. Hopefully one day you can be on this platform and share with us too. If you want to, you can type which country you're coming from in the chat room. So you can see a very unique things about our business. If it's a traditional business, then people will not willing to help each other. But in our business, it's different. We're willing to help each other. I want to chat with Ping Ping a little bit more today. Tomorrow will be our guest speaker will be Miguel, who is from Philippines. He will be sharing with us how to do social media. And then the day after will be a celebrity. She will teach us how to do skincare. So on the screen, you can see this is tomorrow. We are a global platform. So we will prepare the language that you can understand. So tomorrow we will have the translation as well. And then the day after, tomorrow will be a celebrity in Taiwan. She's a very famous actress in Taiwan, and she will be teaching us how to do skincare. And the day after will be a scientist from the United States, Dr. Wen. He's going to talk about from the scientist's point how to see this business and the product. And then the last day will be Philip Chang. He will be sharing about the philosophy of success. So this month will be so rich and so excited. And right now I actually want to chat with Ping Ping first. We start with stranger. Do you know why I will create this topic? I will say a beautiful life in New Skin. Because I remember my sponsor, I heard my sponsor told me before that her sponsor, which is you, taught her to make a poster. So back then, so that time you actually told my sponsor to cut out a big new skin logo as a poster and to put on her store front. And because of you, actually that poster was cut out from a paper bag. So because of I saw that sign, that's how I have curious about this business. And my sponsor was a stranger to me in the beginning. And then I'm always so thankful to her. But you are the person actually share the business opportunity with me. And Ping Ping say that I actually have a big impression about you, because that time I was thinking that, wow, how come this beautiful girl will come to listen to my talk? I still remember, I think that time you were the most beautiful girl in our our department in our school. My daughter was saying that, is that really you, Mom? And that time I remember people call you are the goddess of school. And Jasmine said that I feel so happy. And then I feel like you're so beautiful and then your skin is so good. I feel like how can a beautiful person like you will want to do business with me and also want to do new skin? So I was actually think I'm so lucky to have you as my business partner. I actually forgot what I actually told her, but what I remember is that she's so beautiful and then she's so focused. And most of you probably don't know, in the very beginning, Jasmine already told me that I want. And for most of you probably don't know, but Jasmine is actually the girl that opened our eyes, because she actually have 30 plus ARO customers in 1 month. I always feel that she's not just a goddess, she actually is a warrior. And I remember back then our application form has to pay. And then I remember that I have to go far away, and then to get this application form. I just remember something. All those memories. I remember back then, all of our business partners have a CD. It's called that all the younger people can be successful too. And I actually think that Ping Ping did so many things that it's not replaceable in our team. I have to let everybody know. Because that time we have no money, we have no network. But Ping Ping is the one to create a survey form, and she actually asked us to go hand out the survey. And why would you think about that? And Ping Ping said that I'm actually a very introvert person. I feel it's very hard to talk to strangers. So that's why I feel like if there's nothing connect me and the person, then it's gonna be so hard for me to start talking to them. And I remember that time I saw some people in the school, they always, sometimes they will try to hand out a survey and ask us to fill it because maybe they're researching something or they're doing something. So that's why I have this idea. Maybe I should create some survey paper so that we can, I can use this to know more people. So even though I want to do that, but I still feel I'm scared. But because I really want to achieve the goal I want to achieve, that's why I have the courage to force myself to do it. And I remember that my sponsor told me that I'm gonna introduce you someone that it's really, she's really smart and she's really good. And I think that's how we started, just from a small piece of survey paper. That's how we have today. Ping Ping, have you ever think about that you will have a huge thing like this today? Have you ever think about you will have the life that you want like today? Ping Ping say, no, I actually never think I will have like today. I back then I just thinking that I was only 21 years old when I started business. I was thinking that at least I can support myself and my mom, then that will be good. So my first step of doing Nu Skin was actually very small, and I didn't think that far. But until now, I see so many of you from different worlds. I feel like I'm so happy and grateful. I'm so thankful to myself that I I did this, because the time that I put a lot of effort wasn't that long. But then what I have right now is more than what I put in. So you should be thankful for the person who shared the business with you, because it's them. That's why you can encounter this business. You can meet this business. So Jasmine said that, yeah, that's what I started in the beginning too. I was thinking that if I can make Malaysia dollar 20,000 per month, then that would be good enough. I never know that I will have today. I'm so happy of doing this business, and I don't want to leave. I want to ask you, during this whole journey, if I want to ask you to share 3 tips, what would you like to share? So first, I have the full control of my life. Because many people, because of their job, because of their money, limit what they can do in their life. But in Nu Skin, the best thing that you can have is that you can have the full control of your life. You don't need to think who you need to ask the permission for, or what you need to consider of. This including your time, this including your personal plan, this including your financial. The second tip is I was able to meet so many different people from different worlds, because I'm the only kid of my mom. I was envy about Jasmine because she has a lot of brothers and sisters, and she's the younger brother, and sisters all give her all the love. But in my family, I don't have brothers and sisters, but I'm very thankful to Nu Skin. Because of Nu Skin, now I have the family from everywhere, from different country. Because of Nu Skin, that everywhere, every country that I visit, I get to meet them, and I feel they're just like my family. I think this is the second achievement that I received from this business. Third is that I was able to help so many people. It doesn't matter if to help them to be more healthy, beautiful, or it's to help them to achieve the quality of life they want. I think this thing it's way valuable of what I have right now. Because when I share about my own story, I don't feel tearing or I won't tear like cry. But whenever I share about my business